chasing down memories. Every mile sign looks just like you, it's plain to see. Coffee's gone cold on the dashboard where you used to lean. I'm driving these beaten roads in a faded old jean. Front porch light still flickers, your boots by the door. The creek's hum reminds me of the nights before. Every country mile I travel pulls me back in time to broken promises and that last bottle of wine. I thought I'd find new places, but it's clear and true, no matter the highway, it circles back to you. Every road, every turn, every lonely view leads me right back to where I'm lost in you. Even when the night falls hard and the sky turns blue, every road led back to you, even if it hurts. That old red barn standing, paint worn and cracked, like my heart after all the times we pulled back. Dust on the dashboard, your name etched in the glass. I'm tracing shadows of a love that couldn't last. Tried to map new dreams, but they don't hold a clue. The compass always points me right back to you. Every road, every turn, every lonely view leads me right back to where I'm lost in you. Even when the night falls hard and the sky turns blue, every road led back to you, even if it hurts. I drove past the places where we used to laugh and talk, fields of gold, winding roads where we'd walk. But this heart stuck on a highway, no exit sign in sight, pulls me through the darkness, chasing fading light. Every road, every turn, every lonely view leads me right back to where I'm lost in you. Even when the night falls hard and the sky turns blue, every road led back to you, even if it hurts. So here I am, driving under stretched out skies. Every road I take is a piece of my goodbye. Empty frames on the mantle, worn out smiles in black and white. Coffee stains on kitchen tiles mark the mornings we lost the fight. You packed your bags in silence, the air thick as summer rain. The walls still held our laughter, but the rooms felt strange. Tried to hold on to pieces, but they slipped like falling sand. We broke in all the places where the light couldn't land. But no one walked away, no one shut the door. We stayed tied to the roof Your eyes told stories that your lips wouldn't say. Words drowned in silence grew heavier every day. We danced around the fractures, tiptoed through the storm. Two stubborn hearts refusing to conform. Though the nights grew colder and the fire burned thin, you and I, we found a way to mend what caved in. Here we are, faded photographs in coffee cups, still sitting at the table, still cleaning each other's mess-ups. We broke, but we stayed till the end of the line, holding on to cracks where the daylight used to shine. Maybe love ain't perfect, maybe it's a little worn, but even broken pieces find a place to be reborn. And if the world is watching, let them wonder what we mean. Two souls stubborn enough to chase a dream. Here we are, faded photographs in coffee cups, still sitting at the table, still cleaning each other's mess-ups. We broke, but we stayed till the end of the line, holding on to cracks where the daylight used to shine. Broken but standing, learning how to bend. Faded photographs and coffee cups till the end. The old porch light flickers, rain tapping slow. Your worn out boots hang beside the door. Memories scattered like leaves on the ground. Under this roof, silence is loud. We built this house from dreams in hands, painted walls with hopes and plans, but the laughter faded room by room. Cold coffee cups mark our lonely afternoon. I look across the kitchen table, see the cracks we couldn't disable, promises folded like letters never sent. Two hearts living with the same regret. What love cost us under one sky, two souls caught in a slow goodbye. Beneath the roof where we once danced free, now just memories and what used to be. Your photos faded on the mantelpiece, a silent song that won't release. The scent of your perfume, a ghost in the hall. I'm chasing shadows I can't recall. The bed we shared feels twice as wide, empty spaces where you'd hide. Words left unsaid pile like dust. Love's fragile bond turned to rust. What love cost us under one sky, two souls caught in a slow goodbye. Beneath the roof where we once danced free, now just memories and what used to be. If I could turn back the hands of time, rewrite the pages of this storyline, would I find you waiting there, still mine? We're just a stranger lost in the storyline. What love cost us under one sky, two souls caught in a slow goodbye. Beneath the roof where we once danced free, now just memories and what used to be. The porch light fades and the night grows cold. Two hearts alone, stories untold. Under the same sky we drift apart, carrying pieces of a broken heart. I saw your truck down on Miller's Road. Dust kicked up like the stories you told. Windows cracked, summer heat thick. That faded blue was my only pick. We carved the names in the worn out barn door, laughed till the stars could shine no more. But seasons change and with them came the cold. Words unspoken started to fold between the hellos and the goodbyes. We lost the maps to each other's eyes, caught in a tug of what used to be, searching for what we couldn't see. Tangled in our time, holding on to us, fading photographs and worn out trust. Not quite goodbye, not forever's call. Just two hearts trying not to fall. Remember that summer down by the creek, your hand in mine, the future we'd speak. Now conversations are short and tight, chasing daylight, an endless night, hanging on to the moments we own. Pieces shattered but not alone, between silence and all we miss, a quiet battle called almost bliss. Tangled in our time, holding on to us, fading photographs and worn out trust. Not quite goodbye, not forever's call. Just two hearts trying not to fall. Maybe someday we'll find the truth in dusty roads or a worn-out booth. Till then, I'll keep this memory alive of holding on when love survived. Tangled in our time, holding on to us, fading photographs and worn-out trust. The days turn quiet, just like a fading light. You and me sitting side by side in the night, and no promises spoken, just a clock's slow spin. We held on tight, the words grew thin. Remember that porch where we'd watch the rain, talking less but feeling just the same. Your eyes told stories that your lips wouldn't say. We learned to listen in our own way. No need for thunder, no storm to pretend. We found a way to the other end. We survived the silence until the end. No loud confessions, just a quiet blend. Holding hands through the longest nights. When words ran out, we got it right. The morning coffee, the soft sunbeam, the way you smiled like a quiet dream. No need for speeches or elaborate schemes, just simple moments and shared routines. No need for thunder, no storm to pretend. We found a way to the other end. We survived the silence until the end. No loud confessions, just a quiet blend. Holding hands through the longest nights. When words ran out, we got it right. Maybe love ain't always loud or bright. Sometimes it's just sitting still at night. No shouting storms, just calm and clear. A steady pulse that keeps us near. We survive the silence until the end. No loud confessions, just a quiet blend. Holding hands through the longest nights. When words ran out, we got it right. When words ran out, we got it right. Together, still in the fading light. The porch light flickers down the lane. Old photos spread across the floor again. A quiet house with no more games, just the weight of words we can't explain. We danced through summers wild and free, in fields where only we could see. But time doesn't wait for two, it pulls like rivers split in blue. You talked of forever like it was a place I held on tight, but felt the space between a farewell and a vow unspoken. Lie the moments left unbroken. We saved the pages, tattered and worn, of laughter and tears beneath the storm. Caught between goodbye and forever's call. What we saved means it wasn't all. Your worn out jacket on the chair still smells like times we used to share. The silence fills the evening air, a story paused unfinished there. I reach for memories clear and bright, but they fade in the fading light. Caught between who we are and were, in every word we didn't say for her. We saved the pages, tattered and worn, of laughter and tears beneath the storm. Caught between goodbye and forever's call. What we saved means it wasn't all. No regrets in the looks we gave, just different roads we had to pave. Underneath the southern skies, our story lives in whispered sighs. We save the pages, tattered and worn, of laughter and tears beneath the storm. Caught between goodbye and forever's call. What we saved means it wasn't all. The porch light dims, the night moves on, but what we saved still holds us strong. The summer sun was high and bright. We ran with laughter in the fields that day. Barefoot races, dirt on skin, hearts so full we thought they'd stay. Jimmy's eyes held the skies wide blue, but there was fire burning just beneath. We swore we'd never say goodbye, even as the seasons change their wreath. But love, it stayed when others went, rooted our days turned into nights. Dreams grew taller, chasing new sights. But through every wild, reckless turn, I felt that thread, a constant burn. Not a ghost, a fleeting flame, but something real that couldn't break. Time tried hard to pull us apart, but there's a strength in hearts awake. Still here when the years fade, like the river keeps the rain. Love that settled in the corners, never left, it stayed the same. When the world moved on from summer, and our youth had turned to dust, you were the steady through the changes, the something true I'd always trust. Now the roads stretch far and wide, but in quiet moments you still ride. Like a worn-out song I hum along, the melody that's been my guide. Still here when the years fade, like the river keeps the rain. Love that settled in the corners, never left, it stayed the same. When the world moved on from summer, and our youth had turned to dust, you were the steady through the changes, the something true I'd always trust. Still here, yeah, still here. A love that never disappeared. The night's cool breeze brings back the old porch light. Rusting nails holding dreams still shining bright. Remember how we sat beneath that old pine tree, talking about the future and what we hoped it'd be. Learning how to stand when the road gets rough, finding little truths when life feels tough. Every scar and every fall taught us how to answer the call. Even when the skies don't clear, there's a voice inside that we still hear. If you still believe, don't let it fade away. Hold on to the spark that guides you every day. No matter how far or steep the climb, you learn to stay when the sun won't shine. Small town streets, the stories that we tell, about the times we stumbled, but we knew too well that falling down's just part of the game. Learning how to rise, keep lighting up the flame. Every lesson from the past shapes the heart that beats steadfast. When the path turns cold and gray, remember how you found your way. If you still believe, If you still believe, don't let it fade away. Hold on to the spark that guides you every day. No matter how far or steep the climb, you learn to stay when the sun won't shine. Hold on tight through the dark and gray. Keep that little flame, don't let it stray. Long nights and empty bottles, the quiet filled with doubt. Faded pictures on the mantle where we once figured it out. I got scars from roadside fights, and you got your own kind of pain. We met on the edge of breaking, neither one of us the same. Cold coffee and worn out boots, two hearts under weathered skin. Every bruise and every stumble led us to where we begin. And maybe it's the cracks in our armor that finally made us see that broken roads sometimes come together like pieces of a mystery. From torn maps and worn roads, through the battles and the rain, we found a place in the wreckage where the hurt starts to fade. At our breaking point we're standing, weathered but standing tall. Scars that wrote out our story, the toughest love of Remember that Friday night when words cut sharper than a blade? The silence after thunder, the promises that frayed. But in the quiet aftermath, beneath the grit and grind, we traced those lines that marked us, found something still worth the climb. Sometimes the hurt is the compass, showing paths we never knew. And in the fractures of our past, I found the light in you. From torn maps and worn roads, through the battles and the rain, we found a place in the wreckage where the hurt starts to fade. At a breaking point we're standing, weathered but standing tall. Scars that wrote out our story, the toughest love of all. So here's to all the moments when the world was far too much, to the nights that tried to break us but never quite got touched. Our wounds are photographs of the fight we wouldn't lose. In every faded blemish, there's a memory to choose. From torn maps and worn roads, through the battles and the rain, we found a place in the wreckage where the hurt starts to fade. At a breaking point we're standing, weathered but standing tall. Scars that wrote out our story, the toughest love of all. Two hearts with stories written deep and true, scars that led me straight to you. Night's a little colder than we thought it'd be. Old plans scattered like leaves around the old oak tree. Every broken vow feels like a line in sand, but here we stand with pieces in our hands. We built a castle made of paper and fire, each word a fragile stone, a flicker of desire. You said forever, then the road got rough. Still in this wreck, we found something tough. Not every dream lasts like we used to know, but some seeds grow where the wild winds blow. Futures we'd never outgrow. Though the cracks have shown and the paint has peeled, we keep on fixing what life revealed. It's not the tale we plan to tell, but sometimes broken bells still swell. Worn and frayed, but love's the timber that won't decay. Held together by hope and the will to forgive. In this house of splinters, love still lives. Yes, in this house with shattered beams, love still lives. slip slow, but we're still wide awake. Dust on our boots, leaving trails in the grain. Two hearts riding hard through the open plains. No looking back, no use for refrain. We met by the river where wildflowers lean. Broken down fences, a small town scene. You held my hand like it was firelight warm. Said life's a journey, let's brave through the storm. And when the nights grew cold and the winds turned sharp, we kept driving, chasing that fading spark. 'Cause this road's been tough, but our hearts never tire. We find our way through the burning wire. Hands clasped tight on this wild, reckless ride. Burning roads we take, with you by my side. Old dirt roads twist past forgotten homes. We laugh about the times when we came close to alone. Storm clouds gather, lightning splits the sky. We hold on strong as the fire burns high. No map could show the turns love might take, but here we go, ready to break or make. 'Cause this road's been tough, but our hearts never tire. We find our way through the burning wire. Hands clasped tight on this wild, reckless ride. Burning roads we take, with you by my side. Flames lick the edges of the promises we swore. Every scar tells a story of the more and the before. Through fire and rain, with nothing left but our name, we're still alive, still chasing that flame. This road's been rough, but our souls don't tire. We carve our path through the blazing fire. Hands held tight on this wild, reckless ride. Burning roads we take, with you by my side. So here we stand, where the flames meet the sky. Burning roads behind, but it's you and I. We'll keep moving on until the night expires. Yeah, burning roads we take, through the The summer sun hung low behind the pine. We kicked gravel on that old dirt line. Your hand found mine, steady by my side, like we'd always know this ride. We met where the creek bends past Miller's farm. Shared secrets by the fire, warm and calm. You wore your boots, me with worn out jeans. Two kids chasing impossible dreams. Time tried to pull us in different streams, but the roots grow deeper than they seem. I'm still picking you out of every crowd, like that first day when the world was loud. Young hearts running free with no clue, but somehow I'm still choosing you. Friday nights at the county fair, cotton candy and your wildflower hair, laughing under neon lights that never fade. Every moment ours, never trade. The years roll by, but some things stay true, like a worn-out map that leads me to you. I'm still picking you out of every crowd, like that first day when the world was loud. Young hearts running free with no clue, but somehow I'm still choosing you. Even when the road gets rough and long, and we forget the words to our song, I reach back to the start where I found that love was planted deep in this ground. I'm still picking you out of every crowd, like that first day when the world was loud. Young hearts running free with no clue, but somehow I'm still choosing you. Back roads and open hearts, it's true. No matter what, I'm still choosing you. Soft sunlight paints the morning sky. Coffee steams beside your hand. Smiles that shape the simple day. Together we began to stand. I used to walk alone in quiet towns, carrying old stories, worn and torn around. Then you came like a gentle breeze in July, opened up my chest, taught my heart to fly, breathing steady as the world turns slow. like the morning air. Every moment with you feels like I'm finally there. You taught this lonely heart to find its beat, love that learned to breathe somehow, making me complete. Soft sunlight fades, but your warmth stays near. Love that learned to breathe somehow, year after year. Burning coals beneath my feet, sparks flying through the night air. The heat of every challenge met, carving stories that we share. We started out with nothing, just dreams caught in the wind. Every step a lesson learned, sometimes losing seemed to win. Smoke curled up like rivers, twisting through the scars and pain, but we're holding on to something real, standing steady through the strain. Fires rise and sometimes fall, but here we are, still standing tall. If you still believe through the fire, when the nights get long and wild, when the flames test everything inside, but you're still fighting with a smile. Hold on to the sparks that light the dark, let them guide you through the storm. If you still believe through the fire, then you're never truly torn. Faces in the smoke remind me of all those who came before. Their voices loud in silence, their courage at the core. Rivers boil and mountains break, but hearts keep beating true. Through the ash and all the ruin, I see a path back to you. Fires rise and sometimes fall, but here we are, still standing tall. If you still believe through the fire, when the nights get long and wild, when the flames test everything inside, but you're still fighting with a smile. Hold on to the sparks that light the dark, let them guide you through the storm. If you still believe through the fire, then you're never truly torn. In every blaze, a story's told, not just ash, but hearts of gold. What once was lost now fiercely grows. Through fiery trials, the spirit knows. If you still believe through the fire, when the nights get long and wild, when the flames test everything inside, but you're still fighting with a smile. Hold on to the sparks that light the dark, let them guide you through the storm. If you still believe through the fire, then you're never truly torn. Through the fire, keep your heart alive. In every flame, a chance to rise. Your hand found mine like it needed to be. The stars were loud, but we even louder still. That night we stayed when hope refused to chill. The fireflies danced in the cotton fields near. Our tired hearts pushed aside every fear. You said, let's hold on, though the road's not clear. In your eyes, the dawn was drawing near. That night we stayed when all the world told us to run. Hearts shouting louder than the setting sun. No curtain call, no final bow to take. Just two souls clinging to the chance they'd make. The wind carried songs from a distant train. Old memories knocking sweet, not in vain. We laughed at the storms and the pouring rain, knowing hope's loud voice would break the chains. Every mile we've crossed, every tear we've cried, let us here standing side by side. That night we stayed when all the world told us to run. Hearts shouting louder than the setting sun. No curtain call, no final bow to take. Just two souls clinging to the chance they'd make. In the hush of night, truth became loud and clear. Hope wasn't silent, it was ringing in our ears. We found our strength in the warmth of our own skin, knowing sometimes the fight is where you begin. That night we stayed when all the world told us to run. Hearts shouting louder than the setting sun. No curtain call, no final bow to take. Just two souls clinging to the chance they'd make. So here's to the nights when hope bleeds through the cracks, when the silence breaks and the courage lasts. We stayed that night with a stubborn light, because hope refused to be quite right. The air hangs still like a photograph. You and me caught there, time lost its path. The kitchen table tells our story plain. Coffee cups with your lip print stained. Outside the world keeps rushing by. Inside this room, years just lie. Every tick's a frozen seed, planting memories that we both need. When clocks freeze over us, holding more heart stay. Your worn out jacket hangs by the door, a faded scent I can't ignore. Outside the world is moving fast, but here the pain, it seems to last. No seconds pass, no future calls, just endless nights within these walls. When clocks freeze over us, holding moments we can't trust, still hands press like they're alive. In this quiet, we're surviving. No rush of hours, no flight of days, just this silence where our hearts stay. Maybe someday time will start again. Till then I look at you and then I find the strength to stand right here in the stillness. You're so near. When clocks freeze over us, holding moments we can't trust, still hands press like they're alive. In this quiet, we're surviving. No rush of hours, no flight of days, just this silence where our hearts stay. So here we wait, where time has stalled, love in aftermath, standing tall. Soft light in a quiet room, your eyes catch mine like a familiar tune. Words left unsaid hang heavy in the air, and the past flickers through like a worn-out prayer. We built our stories on the porch swing nights, laughed through the storms and held on tight. But somewhere between the promises and the fights, love slipped away in the fading light. I still trace the lines where your smile used to live, in the photographs, in the songs that forgive and can't give. There's a flicker in your gaze that keeps me holding on, a silent story of a love that's gone wrong. Though the heartache's real, I see a spark inside, hope still spun like fire from rusty scars. Now the quiet feels louder than any crowd. Words disappear, but feelings shout out loud. I reach for the warmth in a fading flame, chasing the moments without name. There's a flicker in your gaze that keeps me holding on, a silent story of a love that's gone wrong. Though the heartache's real, I see a spark inside. Hope still finds a place in your eyes tonight. Maybe some wounds just take time to heal, and through the cracks a new light might steal. If you look close past what's left behind, you'll find the hope that doesn't fade with time. There's a flicker in your gaze that keeps me holding on, a silent story of a love that's gone wrong. Though the heartache's real, I see a spark inside. Hope still finds a place in your eyes tonight. Soft light in a quiet room, your eyes catch mine, still telling stories of what love left behind. The town goes quiet, dust settles down. Corners of memories still turn around. We walk that boardwalk, your hand in mine, past the diner where the neon used to shine. Your words like pictures, still fresh and true, but the night's grown colder since I lost you. There's a crack in streetlights, flickering slow, like the way I'm holding on, though I know after lights on Main Street, burning low and clear, telling stories no one else can hear. We're still under this patch of sky, feeling worlds apart. Love's a quiet flame inside a restless heart. Cafe windows fog from the morning chill, your coffee cup's empty like the space I fill. I trace the lines where your fingerprints stayed, a map of a dream that slowly fades. The porch swings creaking like a lullaby, singing soft reminders as the moments fly. After lights on Main Street, burning low and clear, telling dawn's first light. I'll keep walking through these afterlives tonight.
The night was heavy, words left unspoken. In the stillness, hearts felt broken. Quiet roads where we once would meet, now just memories beneath our feet.
You sat across, eyes searching mine, trying to read the space and time. No need to rush, just breathe it slow. Love isn't loud, sometimes it's low.
We learn to listen without sound. In every pause, truth is found. Where silence used to choke and strain, now quiet speaks and breaks the chain. When silence finds its voice, love comes alive. No need for shouting to survive. In the hush between the storms, we see love learn to breathe, set itself free.
Words that stumbled, hung in air. Fear held tight, but you were there. Slowly, step by step, we heal a bond that time itself revealed. We learn to listen without sound. In every pause, truth is found. Where silence used to choke and strain, now quiet speaks and breaks the chain. When silence finds its voice, life comes alive. No need for shouting to survive. In the hush between the storms, we see love learn to breathe, set itself free. No more walls built with cold neglect. No need for words to reconnect. In calm and quiet, we found the clue to love that's strong and true. When silence finds its voice, love comes alive. No need for shouting to survive. In the hush between the storms, we see love learn to breathe, set itself free. So here we stand with hearts relieved, a love that learned to breathe. Beneath the worn out denim, tales scribbled on my skin, lines from battles weathered where the stories all begin. Sunburns on my shoulders from chasing dreams too fast, bruises that turn to wisdom, marks from a haunted past. The nights I lost my footing, the days I lost my way, each scar a map of moments that taught my heart to stay. And when the silence threatened, louder than before, I found a voice inside me calling from the core. These scars led me to you, like rivers to the sea. Broken roads and hardships shaped the shape of me. When hope was screaming wild, too loud for me to hear, you found the melody, turned my wounds into clear. Old tattoos fading, but memories still sharp. Stories inked in shadows, played out like a harp. I wore my pain like armor, thought it kept me strong, till I met your steady hands that showed where I belong. In every crack and crevice, light found its way through, healing scripts written when I leaned into you. These scars led me to you, like rivers to the sea. Broken roads and hardships shaped the shape of me. When hope was screaming wild, too loud for me to hear, you found the melody, turned my wounds into clear. No need for perfect pages, just stories real and true. The maps carved in my skin brought me straight to you. So here's to every scar, every night I fell apart. They paved the road I traveled straight into.